LA USC Trojan Media Network.
Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Are you ready for some football?
And here we go, Saturday, November 15th, 2025.
You are listening to USC Football, presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
Touchdown, USC! It is time for USC football at the Coliseum. And today, with stormy skies above the heart of Los Angeles, our USC Trojans coming off the win, that Friday night win against Northwestern.
And he'll throw for the end zone for Jacoby Lane. Lane puts his hands up. He's well guarded, but it doesn't matter. He catches the ball, comes down to the end zone, and it's a touchdown, USC. What a catch.
Time for a rock fight with the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Hawkeyes who just barely lost to Oregon last week as USC gets ready for a battle with Oregon next week. Time to take care of Iowa first. Let's do it. 2 hours until kickoff at the Coliseum.
3, 2. This is the Trojan Tailgate Show, presented by YETI.
And the Trojans take over on down. How do you do?
Brought to you by
YETI. We make gear that helps you stay out longer, travel farther, and live harder.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC Football.
Stone Brewing, proud partner of USC Athletics.
And by Invesco QQQ, the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans.
Our 17th ranked USC Trojans against number 21, the Iowa Hawkeyes.
On your home of the Trojans.
Now, here's the Trojan Tailgate Show with Jordan Moore.
Sean Cody, Sua Cravens,
and Cody Kessler.
Hello and welcome to the Trojan Tailgate Show, presented by YETI. You're looking live at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, but we're not there, Sean. We're not in our usual spot. We are high above it here in the cozy radio booth, nice and warm, nice and dry, most importantly, getting you set for USC versus Iowa, a battle of top 25 teams, the Trojans college football playoff contenders, and should be a good one here on homecoming despite the stormy conditions, as the lead-in said. I am Jordan Moore. That's Sean Cody, our All-American. That's Sua Cravens, the playmaker. And we got Cody Kessler, the quarterback, the four of us tucked in tight here up in the radio booth, getting you guys set for what should be a fun one, a clash of styles, certainly USC. The high-flying offense, Iowa, always looking to grind things out. You would think the weather would certainly favor them. We shall see, though. The home field advantage favors the Trojans today. USC got back on track a little bit last week, guys, in terms of what we expect to see from them. The passing game was cooking.
Yeah, offensive looked good. You know, they came out hot, scoring points early and developing that passing game. We saw the passing game the week before prior to with Nebraska struggle a little bit, and they got it going again. Obviously, Lemon had a huge night, a bunch of yards, but I thought Jacoby Lane really coming through with some big tight catches, contested balls. You saw him extending a bunch, making some big plays. I thought that really helped the offense because Mekhi Lemon has been there really throughout the year. Jacoby Lane, some injuries, some uninvolvement in some games. I think it's really important to get him involved.
Jade Mayava, Cody, what did you think of him? I mean, there were some questions around him because Nebraska certainly was not his best with his arm, at least. He did win that game with his feet ultimately, but he seemed pretty sharp last week.
Yeah, and that was the number one thing I was looking at going into this game. You're going to have bad games as a quarterback. It's inevitable when you play the position long enough. But the thing I want to see is how do you respond? And I thought he did a really good job of responding. The thing I love the most, too, is that Lincoln Riley went right back to him. After a bad performance as a play caller, you put the ball right back in your quarterback's hands. That opening drive, he goes 9 for 11, 67 yards and a touchdown. Still had some misses throughout the game, some things he can clean up, but it was really good to see him get back on track going into this game.
And so I thought Northwestern did a nice job of taking away the explosives, which has been a hallmark of any Lincoln Riley offense, but particularly this one. They had to earn it last week.
Yeah, this was a top 20 passing defense. We knew that. They were missing a safety as well, but they played well. They're disciplined. They tackled. They did not give up a ton of chunk plays, and USC had to go on drives. And a testament to what Cody was saying about Jaden, I liked his decision-making. He ran when he needed to. He did not lose confidence, and he seemed to play well and seemed to be comfortable all night.
And you could see it there on the stats that we put up. The offense, the passing offense goes for over 300 yards, but average yards per completion was actually less than it was in the Nebraska game where the Trojans struggled through the air, but the Trojans had some big plays in that one. They had to just sort of dink and dunk and fit it into tight windows last week and did a good job. And Mekhi Lemon makes it all go. Sua, we've been talking about him as a Biletnikoff candidate all season. Last week he gets a career high in terms of yards. They used him out of the backfield, or at least on technically a running play for a touchdown as well. And he's back to playing his best for sure.
Yeah, Mekhi's a guy, and I would argue that he's having a better season than that guy over at Ohio State. He's been.
We put him up on the screen there. He's got a name. His name's Jeremiah Smith.
I didn't want to say it before. I was going to make people's ears ring, but it's the truth. He's leading the Big Ten in yards. He is probably the most important player outside of the quarterback on any team's offense, and without Mekhi, I think we have 2 or 3 more losses. So I think he's in the front running to winning that Blitnikov.
Sean, was that Deuce Robinson there on the right?
Yeah, Deuce Robinson having a good year at Florida State, man, putting up some numbers. I pointed him out on the screen to Jordan, but that's good for him getting out there making the transfer.
Well, it's classic Deuce. He had way less catches than anybody else on that board, but he's up there in yardage because he is explosive. Yeah, he's a yards per catch kind of guy. That's kind of what King Miller is, Cody, on the ground for USC. His explosives have been a key to this offense. He's got 5 runs of 40 yards or more. King Miller, you just give him that seam and he can go.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Mekhi Lemon. We've talked about Jade Mayaga. We've talked about the playmakers on the outside. To me right now, King Miller is the MVP on this offense. Really, to lose Eli Sanders and Wayman Jordan and lose Elijah Page, and then Killian O'Connor goes down, and then Alani Noah, and guys are playing different positions, but to still average 160 yards rushing the last 4 games is a testament not only to the offensive line, but to that man right there on your screen, King Miller. He is a freshman walk-on, and he's coming out and he's producing week in and week out. So it's been a lot of fun to watch him play football.
8.5 yards per carry last week.
That we need it today, Jordan. We need it today.
Continues to be his staple for sure. All right, we're just getting started here on the Trojan Tailgate Show. Men's basketball season just getting started as well. I was at Crypto last night. The Trojans are 3-0 on the young season. If you're watching on YouTube, that guy on the left there wearing number 1, his name is Rodney Rice, transfer from Maryland, and he had a triple-double last night. Ooh. That is the second triple-double in the history of USC men's basketball. Daniel Hackett, Sean, I know you knew this one because you're a trivia guy.
Yep.
Daniel Hackett was the other USC player to have a triple-double. USCTrojans.com/tickets. They play at home on Thursday. We'll talk some defense next on the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
Rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, where you can be an impact player, a clutch hitter, or a wild card. No matter what your game is, the excitement and relaxation you're looking for is here. So get back to the fun and play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You put on the biggest event of the year every single weekend, surviving the strongest storms, meeting chaos with composure. You roll up your sleeves to roll out the red carpet, because the end of the night for you is the beginning of the rest of their lives. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be. I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me, 'cause I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere.
Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's you get high quality and low prices so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's fresh for everyone. And don't let someone else drive off in the Audi model you've always wanted. Visit your Southern California Audi dealer to get behind the wheel of yours today, or visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information. Hey,
that's a hell of a camera.
That's a great camera.
They started in downtown LA.
Yeah, it's all the way over there by section 27. They said we bring the tech here. The Trojan Tailgate Show. This is no rinky-dink pregame show, Sean. This is a award-nominated pregame show. Welcome back to a Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Sua Cravens, Cody Kessler with you, nice and dry here, getting you set for USC and Iowa. And the Trojans have had sort of different issues defensively this season. You sort of forget that the first issue was the pass defense. The beginning of the season, it was about giving up explosive plays in the pass defense, and they were getting some pressure, but they were giving up a lot on the back end. That's kind of settled down. Now, the opponents have played a little bit of a part of that. Certainly, we've seen a different style of offense over maybe the last few games, but it seems like the pass defense is in a much more comfortable spot.
Yeah, at the beginning of the year, you had a young guy in Marcellus Williams out there, and Dante Nicholson was getting ready.
DeCarlos. You continue to call him by his father's name.
Oh, there you go. he was out there, and he coming back from last year, so guys were getting used to that position, making way for Braylon Conley, who got in there some time. So some youth out there at the end, and they kind of had to grow into that position and get comfortable. The pass rush started off pretty on fire to start the season, then kind of came slowed down a little bit. So they've been forced into more action on the outside, but done a good job into coming into their roles and just growing as young players as they developed and feel more comfortable out on that island.
Yeah, what are you seeing, Sue? Not perfect, but nothing. Many fewer big plays.
Yeah, I think it's been a mix of a few things. Obviously, we've played a few opponents that aren't necessarily the best passing teams. The best opponent we would have played in the last four would have been Nebraska had Dylan not got hurt, and that kind of changed things. So the film tells a different story, but also, hats off to the youngins that have played. I like what I've seen from the DB, especially Williams. He was tested a ton when he got in. They were throwing at him, and again, I've been in games where young guys in that position, Cody knows, when you see a young freshman out on an island and they're playing man, that's a quarterback's favorite guy to attack, and Williams didn't shy away from it, and you got to love to see it.
And I think DeCarlos has sort of stepped up as the veteran. I've seen him be really physical in the run game, stepping up, setting an edge. He's made some plays in the passing game, and they need one guy to be like, okay, I'm the veteran at least at cornerback. You can't have weakness on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of to counter what Sua just said about the guy you want to attack, there's also a guy you want to go away from, and it's important to have that guy. And right now, DeCarlos Nicholson has been that player for this USC secondary. We've been, I want to say desperate, but we've been looking for that lockdown corner. Jalen Smith last year played some good football. Mekhi Blackman a couple years ago had played well. He's playing good in the league right now too. But USC year in and year out has been looking for that lockdown corner. But now they got to find two of them. If you want to continue to produce, you want to be a top-end defense, you've got to play rush and you've got to play cover. You got to have two guys on the outside that can lock down. But right now they have a really good one in DeCarlos Nicholson.
Last couple games, Sean, and Lincoln Riley agreed with this point that you made on Trojans Live. The defense has started slowly, but then really settled into the game. What's that about? What did Coach say when you asked him about that?
I mean, it's just figuring out guys, feeling more comfortable in what the responsibilities in that defense are. They, the last couple games, last week they struggled on the first two drives, kind of opening the game against Northwestern, kind of got mushed down the field, and then they kind of come into their own. Hey, this is how they're attacking us. This is what we want to do. This is the responsibilities. You guys are fortunate. Now on the flip side, you want to start faster than that. You can't come out today and expect let Iowa kind of push the ball around today. You got to come out a lot faster today. Be ready on your P's and Q's to make those kind of plays. But they have done a better job in the second half of games, limiting, being better in the red zone, being better in all areas of the field, just limiting teams in the second half and recognizing how teams are trying to really attack them in the second half.
It's funny, Sua. I did not realize all season how good this team has been in the red zone. I didn't think about it as a signature of this defense, but they're number 3 nationally in red zone defense. Bishop's had a couple picks in the end zone. I remember those, but I guess that's been a real strength of this team throughout to be number 3 nationally.
It is, and it's something we've seen in the past from the USC defense where we have the bend but don't break mentality. I'm not necessarily a fan of it because we shouldn't allow a team to get in the red zone because then it's must-have downs, and fortunately our defense has had the must-have more than not having it at all, which helps, and it's the reason why we're number 3 in red zone defense. But I just think it's been we got to shy away from the bend but don't break type of mentality because when we play these better teams, once they get in the red zone, they're going to find a way in the end zone.
Yeah, I think it'll be an interesting one today, though. Iowa team is not very explosive. If you can get them maybe to settle for field goals, USC can beat them with touchdowns, and that's sort of the story with Iowa is they do struggle to score points. We'll see how it shakes out here today. We're going to get into our game plans next. Cody Kessler will break down some film for you. The offensive game plans coming up on the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive. The next chapter of Audi is here. The fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiator is getting a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Intensity doesn't ask for permission. In the fit, it's presence. On the turf, it's power. In the gym, that's discipline. In the shadows, under pressure, off the clock. There's no on or off. It's just who I am.
Want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans? Be sure to sign up for the 3 Torches presented by Smart & Final. It's a free newsletter that'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to USCTrojans.com/3 Torches and sign up. And introducing Celaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with a homegrown spirit. They're still out there tailgating. Maybe not quite in the numbers that you would expect for a homecoming weekend, but some hardy souls out there refusing to be deterred by the rain. Welcome back inside our booth. It's time now for the offensive game plan. There's Cody Kessler.
USC Trojans offensive game plan is brought to you by I Trust Capital.
I Trust Capital is the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
So far this year, Mekhi Lemon has 937 receiving yards, but against Nebraska and against Notre Dame, he combined for 6 catches for only 94 yards. I love the way that Lincoln Riley got number 6 back on track last week against Northwestern. I want to take a look at a couple plays and show you how he used Mekhi and got him some plays down the field. Now, this first one here, you're going to see a Tampa 2 coverage by Northwestern. This is a 2-high team, so when I go into the game plan, I know that I want to attack the middle of the field for the majority of this game. You're going to see Mekhi take the middle of the field. You had Lake McCree on a corner, but look at this ball placement. This is a great throw by Jaden Mayava over that Tampa 2 linebacker underneath the safety, and it's so important with accuracy because instead of a 20-yard gain where he falls down, he picks up another 20 more and can have a run after the catch. Great throw there by Jaden Mayava. Great play design by Lincoln Riley. Again, we're going to get Tampa 2 for a second time. Now we're going to put Mekhi in the slot. Well, they're going to think he's taking the middle of the field again in this cover 2 look, but now he's going to break it off, run a corner, and now that Jaden Mayava sees that cornerback falling off, he knows I got to get it to him right away, put it on him, allow him to make a play after the catch. Another really good play design by Lincoln Riley and another explosive play for this USC offense. And then the last one here, this was genius. I love this play by Lincoln Riley. Mekhi Lemon is behind the tight end, offset to the right side. We're going to fake like we're pitching it to Brian Jackson out of the backfield, but instead Mekhi Lemon is going to come on the reverse. But Jacoby Lane really really makes this play. He recognizes that it's man-to-man. So I'm not going to go block. What I'm going to do is I'm going to block down to that other player that's guarding Mekhi Lemon, take my DB out of it. And then the last play here I got to show you. I want to get a little help from my defensive guys. But you're going to see a double linebacker pressure with a dropping in, and this is the interception by Jaden Mayava. We're going to have a free rusher. Lincoln Riley mentioned that we had a protection bust on this play, which we do. But you're going to see Najee Story for Northwestern fall off. Now, I don't know if this was on purpose by play design or he just read the play, but he's going to throw an interception here to Story. But what I love the most right here is the hit by Jaden Mayava. Look at that. A lot of guys would put their head down and walk off. Now, I want to see right here. I got another view. Let's cut to the other view. Give me a play breakdown on this right now, guys, defensively. Do we love the
bad.
form or do we love that we made the play right
Sean's been feeling bad for 95
Give me a little technique breakdown here, guys.
I love it. He came same foot, same shoulder, hat on the helmet. And to finish a play like that after you just threw a pick and save the drive, didn't they go on to score?
After that, 3 plays, 80 yards, touchdown right after that.
This was his most impressive play of the game. Forget all the touchdowns.
To me, it's a business decision, right, guys?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of guys turn that down. I've seen a lot of defensive players turn those kind of hits down against 300-pounders. For your quarterback to go in there and make a business decision, I'm going to throw it in there. I mean, not the form is awful, terrible. But,
I was waiting for it because
head down, shoulder in there.
We just the effort. That's what we're talking about.
He wasn't trying to get the ball out. It just
that's same foot, same shoulder.
Okay, I mean, not great form, but I love the business for the team all the way. Fight on Trojan right there.
Jordan?
That's a good call.
I know 14-14 that really changed momentum, but USC goes on a run here and goes to the college football playoff.
Play of the season.
Not the play of the game, but the play of the season. But going back to the initial point, those 3 plays, Mekhi Lemon, you got to find ways to get your number one the football. 6 catches for 94 yards in 2 games combined is not good enough. I expect Lincoln Riley, they're permitted to still try to get the ball to number 6 all game today.
We stopped the tape there, but Sean, 95's getting all the heat. 33, he literally just flings the ball out of the back of the end zone, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing you D-lineman. The linebacker should have been able to scoop that up.
Yes, Sua knows. I mean, we do turnover drills, and part of a turnover drill is getting the ball out. The other part is getting on the ball, covering up your guy, and landing
Something
on the ball.
about that football is just so hard to just
what happens to the football.
Well, most of the guys, like you think about players like Sua, they want to pick it up and take it to the house.
He was in the zone already.
You're already home.
I was the jump on guy, curl up in the ball, go fetal position for the team. Sua was me. I'm going to take this one to the crib. So that's usually how it broke out.
You know what I was impressed by, Cody, is to me it felt a little bit like an NFL game. Now, you talk about business decisions. I think Jaden Mayava has a business in football at some point here. And to me, he showed it last week because it wasn't just the deep ball and it wasn't just get it to Mekhi and he runs 80 yards. It was a lot of possession, hitting the guy at the sticks in a tight window. Northwestern made him earn it, and he did.
Yeah, USC had 5 drives of 7 or more plays, and that's important because you're going to have the home run plays. You're going to have the one-on-one shots where I can just throw it up there and let my guy go make a play. But I want to see, and especially those scouts at the next level and the coaches and the GM, can you just take a profit? Can you take what the defense gives you? Can you not make a bad play worse? Take a check down. Take a throwaway even. Sometimes that's a plus and not a minus. And then when those big plays present themselves, you can go make them. But it's a lot of risk-reward type plays. Take the underneath stuff. When you have the big play down the field, you got to make the most of it.
And you were impressed, and I agree with you, Sean. There was kind of everyone got off in the offense last week. We've talked about Jaden. We talked about King. We talked about Mekhi. Lake had a big play. They got the tight ends going again. Walker Lyons was involved. I kind of thought, even though his stats weren't the biggest, that Jacoby Lane was maybe the most important player last week because, I put up first in Lane. I remember back in the day, Ike Hilliard was a great possession receiver, and his nickname was First and Ike because it was always like at the sticks. That's your guy to get a first down on 3rd and 7. And if you watch these clips, outside of obviously the incredible touchdown catch he made, these are just first downs. These are just catches right at the sticks, and these are really difficult catches. He's making hands catches. He's possessing the football, and he kept it moving all night.
Yeah, making your quarterback look good. That's what Jacoby Lane did all day. He was getting the ball for his guy, and Jaden was trusting him, give him credit for that. But Jacoby was making good catch after good catch. And we see previous weeks, coming off injury, we saw some balls that maybe he thought he should caught. We saw him on the sideline sometimes. Coaches getting after him a little bit. Maybe, all right, the one-handed catches are great, but you got to pull in those 3rd down, 1st down plays, and that's what he did last week. Really full extension, those kind of plays. That's what you want to see from a big-time receiver right there. And the possession receiver is what he's turned into to be a real great one there.
And obviously another guy's got a real future in making money in football, and that's what it's going to be. Sure, he's going to have some of the explosive in his game as well, but at the next level, you want that big receiver to be that guy that keeps the sticks moving for you, and that's what Jacoby Lane is certainly capable of being. Next week, we go to Oregon, and then we come back to the Coliseum, and hopefully we'll be back in a dry peristyle for UCLA. That is the final home game of the season on Saturday, November 29th. Still TBD on that kickoff time, but tickets are as low as $105 for the rivalry game, so get in here for the crosstown showdown. Doesn't get a whole lot better than USC, UCLA in any sport. USCTrojans.com/tickets is your way in. Sua's got the defensive game plan. That's next in the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
What if you could use retirement accounts to invest in crypto? With iTrust Capital, you can. iTrust Capital allows you to invest in your favorite crypto assets 24/7 with the tax benefits of an IRA. So instead of paying taxes on your crypto gains every year, you can defer taxes till you retire using an iTrust IRA. Or with an iTrust Roth IRA, you can withdraw tax-free at retirement because you're in this for the long haul. Start investing today at iTrustCapital.com.
As a lifestyle guard, I help people live their best day in the sun. That means keeping the games going. Coming to the rescue when the floaty is too floppy. And delivering high noon when the cooler's empty.
Oh, do you have any peach?
High noon, sun's up.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. You might not be related, but you're still family. You don't just give an extra hand. You give your whole heart and a whole lot of muscle. Because it feels good to raise up the community that raised you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's you get high quality and low prices so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. And Trojan fans, you can listen to USC football and all the biggest college football and basketball games on the TuneIn app. It's free internet radio. Hey, guys, it's raining. I didn't even notice, but apparently rain in the Southland today, yesterday, tomorrow, next week.
You know, I think everyone's always worried about the apparel in this, right? The jacket, what is rainproof. I think a really big deal is the footwear, guys. And when you think about footwear, you got to go all terrain, 4-wheel drive. You guys are
don't wear those.
You guys got your Air Force Ones and your dunks on this. Not a good look for you guys, man. You guys look like rookies in the weather over here.
I don't think I own anything that looks like that. Somebody said to me today, was like, "Why don't you have rain pants?" I didn't even know rain pants existed.
These are rain pants.
Sua's wearing them.
That's cool, though, Sean.
Let's test out these rain pants.
Uh-oh.
Hey now.
Right off.
No, I don't know. A little bit.
That's
little
cool,
bit
though,
of
Sean. As soon as the game ends, you can go walk up to the Hollywood sign and go on a little hike, too. That's a little versatility.
You'll be alone up there, so you can
4-wheel drive.
Those are the Bear
isolation.
Grylls 5s.
Yeah.
Sua's all dressed up here for the defensive game plan.
The USC Trojans defensive game plan is brought to you by LifeLaw.
Injury law made simple.
Welcome everybody. This is actually my first time in the press box. I normally just go out to the field or walk up the steps, so I got lost in this maze that we have up here.
Last time.
But this is great. Appreciate it. By the way, I had to wear a shiesty today because I need Black Air Force energy. We need to steal a win. I don't need pretty boy, soft, finesse ball today. It's raining. It's going to be sloppy. It's going to be disgusting out there. If your jersey's not dirty, that means you didn't do your job. Okay? So we're just going to get into the defensive game plan because there were a few things I saw last week that I just want to nitpick on. I'm not going to be negative. I just want to say we can't do this going forward because there's a team next week that will take advantage. So Play one, we got third down. Third down defense was bad for us last week. We're in a perfect play call. This is one robber. We called it perfectly. We're disguising, making it look like pressure. But if we're going to disguise, we have to be right. We can't lose our eyes because our linebacker has that running back. And because we knew we were sending house, or it looked like we were sending house, they send the running back out on a hot route. Our linebacker loses his eyes, and a perfect call turns into a first down on third down. Second play call, the DBs have to communicate here. Either y'all go in and out, and both y'all have y'all heels on the goal line, or one presses the point, and one does not stand in no man's land. Either way, you cannot be here in this position in red zone. They were in slot. You know they're passing the ball. DBs, do not beat yourself pre-snap. Communicate. You're both there. Just talk. Right here, it's 8 versus 9. The offense did us a favor and even brought the tight end pre-snap motion to give us the extra defender. We have one extra. Just go tackle. Instead, we have a safety guessing. Both our safeties guess where the run fit is. 2-in-1 gap creates what? A misfit, and a perfect play call where we have one additional defender turns into a 45-yard rush, which should have been a 1-yard loss. Cannot have it. But I will end it on a positive note. We get pressure on the quarterback. Your guys got to be guys. This is something USC has been missing for years. One-on-one, no text game needed, no help. You just beat your player on the inside move. You get that tackle on his heels, and you make a play on the quarterback to create fourth down. Negative plays is all we need today. It's raining. They don't want to throw the football. If you keep Iowa in second and long, third and long, this is not a team that's equipped to throw the football, especially in this weather, and we will be in good shape.
Sean, they really settled down as the game went on. You know, a lot of what Sue was showing there was from those first couple possessions where it was bang, bang, Northwestern touchdown. Was it just sort of, the calls were right and they just sort of cleaned up what Sue was talking about?
A little bit. I mean, it seems like this defense kind of feels uncomfortable maybe at the start of games. They don't feel like they're settled in. But once they settle in, you see a lot more productive plays. You see guys sitting in their gaps. It just feels a little bit off to start the games. And some of that, the teams are going to script you up a little bit and try to find your weakness. But they have done a better job of settling into those plays.
All right, we were on Trojans Live this week, and you just randomly dropped that Dan Lynn was playing a base defense that basically you had never seen before. Can you explain what you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm talking about the little pyramid of linebackers we saw on a couple plays in the game, and it worked with some success. I think you'll probably see it some more. Now, I think it might be even just putting it on film and letting other teams see it and having to practice for it and those kind of things. Where you saw 4 down linemen, you saw 2 linebackers, and then you saw Eric Gentry kind of in a hover position above those linebackers. Now, I think the way you run that defense is how offenses kind of run waves of blockers at you. When you see those GT plays, right, the counters, you have all the guys blocked down, you see the guard tackle pull, so it's almost like 2 waves of defense coming at you. My thought is that Eric Gentry's in there as the kind of the third wave. You have the defensive lineman as the first wave, the linebackers with the guard tackles, and then you have Eric Gentry, kind of a free player after that as your third wave. And so I'm kind of seeing Eric Gentry as that third wave guy. He can also help in quarterback design run kind of plays, kind of a guy who's shadowing the quarterback. So look for that defense today. Also, it's kind of, we put it on film, so offenses have to practice it. So in 2 ways, you can kind of get a look at it and see if it works. I expect to see that defense today. Probably some 5-down defensive linemen today is probably going to be a heavy run day.
What do you guys expect to see today? I mean, we know the opponent, we know what they're up to. It's no secret. So you expect to see 5 down linemen. You expect to see a lot of Jaden Walker as that third linebacker today. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we're going to stay away from nickel defense, even if Iowa comes out in 11 personnel, which is 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. I think we're going to see a lot of 4-3, 3 linebackers on the field, or even a 5-2. Sean, I agree. Force them to try to beat you with their arm. Play man-to-man on the outside. Play press man-to-man. The ball comes out quick with Gronowski. Load the box and play some defense and force them to try to win and be one-dimensional.
Good.
I think it'll be a 5-2, 4-4 day. You just can't give this team a 3-down look. I just don't think we have the size at nose tackle, especially with the Jai injury, to go a 3-down look and a 3-4, or even the size at Sam to set an edge. So it's just better off gapping everything out, keeping it all simple for those linebackers and the DBs. I'd even stick 5-2 all day today.
Yeah, I think you got to trust those DBs today. It's kind of built to this moment for these DBs all season, kind of starting early, struggled early. Now they've come on a little bit now. Today's the day you got to trust those DBs to go man. In that quick game from Gronowski, he doesn't want to throw it a bunch, so you got to trust those guys and let all the players in that box eat.
Such a huge weekend here at USC. 2 wins last night, women's volleyball and men's basketball. Women's volleyball back in action tomorrow in a sold-out game at the Galen Center against number 1 Nebraska. And then their senior night is coming up next Saturday, November 22nd at 4 p.m. That's their last home game, your last chance to see them at Galen this season, usctrojans.com/tickets. That's November 22, USC women's volleyball versus Illinois. All right, when we come back, we're going to keep digging into a lot of these same things we're talking about. It's our impact matchup and the clash of styles here today between USC and Iowa. That's next on the Trojan Tailgate Show, presented by YETI.
Personal injury suits can be scary and full of questions. How can I pay for it? If I've been in an accident, who fixes my car? Who pays my medical bills? And will it all be worth it in the end? LifeLaw simplifies the process, answering your questions and more by providing 24/7 support that's clear and precise, while offering the latest in technology to let you know where your case stands at all times. Good news. LifeLaw. Injury law.
Being the best takes hard work. It takes early mornings, planning, precision, sweat, sacrifice, and teamwork. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in their game. Old Dominion Freight Line, helping the world keep promises.
Hey man, do you have a non-alcoholic beer that
actually tastes good? I think you mean athletic.
Excuse me? Do you have that great non-alcoholic beer?
I'll 7.
Found it.
Do you have a favorite non-alcoholic beer on the menu? Ah.
Athletic it is.
She's funny.
Sir, it seems that the Gladiator is getting a lot of positive social sentiment.
Innovation changes everything. With one investment, you can access the NASDAQ 100 innovators who are rethinking the world. Before investing, carefully read and consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
Hey, USC Trojans, Abbott and the Big Ten are back with the We Give Blood Drive. Show up to donate blood to help your school win $1 million for student or community health. Score a limited edition USC Trojan tee and save lives. Go to big10.org/Abbott, ABBOTT, to get in the game. And USC Game Day experience is now on Airbnb. Book at airbnb.com/USC Game Day. Those guys are usually hanging out with us on the set. I don't know if there's enough room for all of them up in this little booth we got going. But we're here. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody. See, this is all the stuff I read every week. Sue Cravens, Cody Kessler. It's time for this week's Impact Matchup.
The USC Impact Matchup of the Week is brought to you by Invesco QQQ.
Invesco QQQ. Explore with Invesco QQQ. Fight on.
Fight on.
Now, the Impact Matchup of the Week.
I'll tell you, one thing I won't be doing this week is underestimating Iowa. And it's so easy to do. They're kind of like a running joke at times of college football because, you know, they're never particularly good offensively. But you know what? They always tend to win a fair amount of games, and they've been doing it this way for a long time, so it works. We played them in the Holiday Bowl a few years ago, and they bullied us up and down the field in San Diego. So don't take this team for granted. We'll get to some of their offensive stuff in the next segment, but what they always do well, and the reason they're in these games is because they are elite defensively. The number 4 defense in the country. And, they got to have some players to be able to do that. We put some of the stats on the board, pretty much top 5 across the board in a lot of these stats. They play complementary football. Their offense helps their defense in a lot of ways, but what do they do so well defensively?
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of cliches made here, guys, but they tackle. They know what they're doing. They're fundamental. They don't try to scheme you up. They're just going to run what they run. It's a 4-2-5. They're not going to change a bunch of personnel. They know every player knows exactly what their role is. They don't try to step out of that role. They just do their deep job as a defense and play hard and tackle. So it's about as cliche as I can sound, but that's exactly when you see it on film. They create turnovers we see here.
10 picks on the year.
They're basically the offense of this team as they pick up the ball on occasion there, but just do their job, man. This is and they play hard as ever, man. They run around there and make plays. They produce NFL type talent. You think of Cooper DeJean. You think I think Epinesa. He was a good player there. Bob Sanders. Just some great defensive players when you think about the heritage of Iowa football.
As far as the mentality and culture of Iowa defense goes, it's a DC's dream. They do everything that you want them to do. Like Sean said, they tackle, they play physical, they do their job, and they're not necessarily the most talented at every single position. They're not going to have a guy at every single position that says, wow. But when you turn on the film, when you see cover 3, 9 times out of 10, both the corners are in the deep third, both the safeties are in the run fits, they're gapped out, they're doing what they need to do, and this team just does not make mistakes on defense. They don't have a ton of penalties. They just don't let you beat them by beating themselves.
Well, USC's pretty exceptional offensively, Cody. The number 2 offense in the country, balanced, 300 pass yards per game, 200 rush yards per game. So this is certainly a test for that Iowa defense. How do the two match up here?
I'm glad you said that, too, because we talk a lot about the Iowa defense, and I did it on the Victory podcast this week, how good they are. But guess what? We got a lot of playmakers on the offensive side of the ball as well. So Iowa's going into this game saying, oh, boy, we've got to prepare for USC and Lincoln Riley. But I think the biggest thing they need to do, and it's easy enough to say, but score points. Just have a high-powered offense. Don't play into their style of the game. I know the weather might be a little bit tough, but I'd like to see Lincoln Riley come out, establish the run, be two-dimensional, but try to put pressure on them early. Go take the ball off the opening kickoff. We get a chance to, and we win the toss, take the ball, go down and score, and force this team to play from behind because they don't want to do that. If we can get up 1, maybe 2 scores in the first half, I really like our chances, and I don't think this Iowa offense can come back.
Do you think today's about scheme or personnel?
That's a good question. When I was, I'm watching the Oregon-Iowa game, and I'm thinking Oregon's just trying to play. They're just trying to, out Iowa them, really. Yeah. That was what it was. Now, is USC built the same way? I don't know. I don't think it's that kind of game for USC. Like Cody says, I think you try to score some points today. You stay balanced. You stay with the passing. Obviously, the weather might play a little factor in the passing game, but you still got to be able to run your offense. I don't think USC is going to turn into Iowa and try to out Iowa today.
Oregon did. They out Iowa in Iowa. How many times I can say that, I don't know. But maybe in this building you don't have to. Maybe the rain you do. I don't know. But in this building, I'm curious to see if Iowa will travel. I would really worry about us if we were playing at Iowa.
I think Oregon's much more equipped to try to out physical Iowa and do and give that brand of football. I think USC, this plays well into what you naturally do. Get these guys out in space. It's not raining to the point where you can't throw the football. They have to deal with a wet field just like you, and you're playing to their favor by staying in between those hashes and keeping the game in the box. If you can get the quick game on the hash and get a linebacker out in space against Mackay, I like my chances that Mackay makes at least one guy miss, and USC has that favor or that advantage all game long.
I agree, and our defense is going to be huge today too. They play, like you said, they play defense on offense. Yep. They try to extend those drives. The big thing too on their defense, Phil Parker, their defensive coordinator, has been there the same amount of time that Kirk Ferentz has. So that's why they've been so good. Is they know what they're doing.
Well, for the first time, we're going to throw it to Keely Yore. Is she down there on the field? There she is. Look at her.
Hello.
Keely.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Now I feel soft. Like we're just sitting up here having a good old time, and the Keely's just out there getting rained on.
Is that a North Face?
It is.
Hey, you can't hide money, guys. Can't hide money.
My goodness.
North Faces are expensive.
They are
She bought that this week for sure.
It's an investment, and I've worn this before on this show.
Can't hide money.
Anyway, what I was going to say is that you guys look like you're on a road trip stuck in the back of a car, and your parents forced you all together in the back seat. You guys just look miserable and tight together.
Drive.
So, yeah, you just look like brothers in that sense. Well, the question of the week for the Victory Podcast comes from SoCal Manny, and he's building off of what you guys just talked about. He said this is an elite Iowa secondary. If you're Lincoln Riley, how do you attack this defense. And he also wondered how much will the weather affect plays today. And I will just say on the latter, I just watched Jaden Walker warm up with Rob Ryan and kind of get tips on how to make cuts in this grass, in this field. It's pristine right now, I will say, but watching Jaden warm up, the water just splashed everywhere, and then chunks of the field kind of came up. I love the turf people here, or the grass people here at the Coliseum, but it looks like it's going to be pretty rough today from a field standpoint.
Cody, how do you attack them?
Oh, yeah, I think Sua said it best. Put them in space, man. They've got good playmakers in the secondary, and that's – the front seven's good, but in my opinion – their secondary is as good as I've seen in the entire country. I normally do my breakdowns on the Victory Pod, and I talk about key players, personnel. I picked all 5 of their guys on the back end, including their nickel back, that they are really good at playing man-to-man. They're really good at passing off zone plays, so there's not a lot of things that you can do to beat them on the back end when it comes to taking off the top of the defense. But I think if we can get them in space, get some of those crossers going, put guys in bad positions, force them to tackle in this condition, I think that works in our advantage because they got to tackle Mekhi Lemon, Jacoby Lane, Tanu Hines, and guys like that in space.
Yeah, so I'm sure you can speak to that just real quick. But, I always think the rain kind of favors the offense sometimes because the receiver knows where the receiver's going. The defender's the one that has to react quickly, and that has to be difficult on a slippery field.
No, that is true. And as a DB, I don't want to be the guy that's slipping and falling as a receiver is running down the field with the ball in his hand for a touchdown. So naturally, as DBs, you start to slow play everything. You don't believe the first cut you see because you can't make this mistake because there's always what if, and that helps the offense in the run game because I'm going to be late to my run fit. The moment you get me in play action or RPO, I'm going to be late to that run fit because I have to respect it just because of the conditions. If Lincoln Riley can find a way to tag a RPO to most of his play calling today, you're going to freeze those safeties. It's a 4-2-5. They have an additional safety out there. You're going to freeze him in his run fit, which will create at least a 2 to 3 yard gain.
Stick with us.
Go ahead,
Stop talking, Sean.
I'm done.
Gia's yelling at us.
Some great points.
Gia's yelling.
Stick with us in the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, where you can be an impact player, a clutch hitter, or a wild card. No matter what your game is, the excitement and relaxation you're looking for is here. So get back to the fun and play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
As the head honcho at Buzzballs Land, it's my life's mission to make sure that Buzzballs premixed cocktails are as bold and delicious as you've come to expect. One way that we do that is by playing music for the plants, like so. Man, them thing juicy, and you know they round. Take one sip, baby, I'm in Flavor Town. What you want, baby? I'm the Buzzball man. Making them bands with the ball-shaped can. Come on. Buzzball, Buzzball, Buzzball.
Lisa from operations told Hector from sales, who told Chad from IT, who told me, this is the fastest and easiest airport around. Spoiler alert, they were right.
ONT's real fast travel for real life.
I didn't even have to wake up early to polish up my slide presentation. Could you hold this for a second?
Because when it comes to your airport, faster is always better.
Do you want some?
Ocean views, magical sunsets, not today. A luxury resort like no other. Discover Terranea, located along the stunning Palos Verdes Peninsula in Southern California. Book your getaway to Terranea now at Terranea.com. We've got rainy views, but nice one up here, high above the Coliseum. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Sue Cravens, and Cody Kessler. Let's talk about Iowa. This is Iowa football weather. Here's this week's scouting report.
It's time for the Scouting Report, brought to you by Stone Brewing, proud partner of USC Athletics.
Now we're going to help you get to know today's opposing team.
Sean Kirk Ferentz has been at Iowa so long, you played against him.
Yeah.
You didn't. You were actually hurt for that game. But way back in the day, Trojans defeated Iowa in an Orange Bowl. Carson Palmer, Justin Fargas got that win done. Mike Williams a part of that one as well. But Kirk Ferentz, heck, he'd already been there a few years by that point. He is the longest tenured head coach in college football. He knows what he's doing.
Been doing it a long time. I think they had a picture when he started to where he's at now. I saw that one. So he's been there for a while, and it's the same brand of football. You see Carson Palmer
there we go.
finishing off his Heisman
Well,
camp.
you can see our footage is blurry. That's how you know it's been a long
HD.
time.
That was before the invention of HD. Carson Palmer winning the Heisman here on Iowa and picking apart that defense. The Trojans rolled that night. You know, like you mentioned, I wasn't playing that one. Had a knee injury that year, but Trojans definitely kind of the start of a great thing that the Trojans had going. You talked about Iowa a little bit, 6-3 on the year.
Late hit.
A lot of wins for Iowa so
Huggy
far.
Bear.
Justin Fargas.
I almost used him for name that Trojan this week, but I figured no one but you, Sean, would even know who that was.
Guessed it. I guessed Justin Fargas wrong, I think, last year on the show.
Cody, Mark Gronowski is their quarterback, and he came in like a real passer. I mean, I was just looking at his career. This is a guy, not this year. I mean, now he's basically like an option quarterback. It seems like he prefers to run than pass. This is just Iowa football?
Yeah, it really is Iowa football. And you said it. When he came from South Dakota State, he was a pass-first type quarterback.
3,000-yard guy every year.
Multiple years, 25-plus touchdowns, only 6 interceptions multiple times. And then he gets to Iowa, and you saw in the offseason, I followed along with teams in the Big Ten, they were very excited. They thought they were going to have that second dimension to their offense and be able to push the ball down the field, but that just hasn't been the case. Through 9 games, he only has 1,000 yards passing, 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, but where he has excelled is in the run game. They want to find ways to get him involved in the run game, down in the red zone, down by the goal line, be ready. You see it right here against Oregon last week. He has 12 rushing touchdowns on the team. That is more, I think, by 10 than anyone else on this roster right now.
And then defensively, the top personnel seems like Llewellyn Sua. He's the name I keep hearing. Has he flashed in the film to you?
Yeah, but overall, it's just the defense.
The collective is better than the individual parts.
They just play well, and we described it earlier. I guess I'll let Sean say what he wanted to say earlier, but they're just a defense that's disciplined, and they run to the football, they tackle, they just do all the little things that people don't think matters on defense. They do it perfectly.
Yeah, we always talk about taking the cheese right on defense. Always the defenders on that lower level are always in crux because they got to decide whether to go behind them or pick the guy up in front, and you never see them make the wrong decision.
They never take the cheese.
They never take the cheese. They never take. Oh, the running back is coming out, or else somebody's coming out, and then someone's behind them.
You're gonna come to me.
You know what though? You know what I'm excited about? You know who makes you take the cheese? Is that man that's on our sideline, Lincoln Riley. So this is going to be a chess match. I cannot wait to watch.
Yeah,
bunch
of high lows.
He's going to have some stuff dialed up. I can't wait to see it.
All right, we're going to hey, Trojans are in the mix for the college football playoffs, so let's talk about that next. You're watching the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive. The next chapter of Audi is here. The fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron.
What if you could use retirement accounts to invest in crypto? With iTrust Capital, you can. iTrust Capital allows you to invest in your favorite crypto assets 24/7 with the tax benefits of an IRA. So instead of paying taxes on your crypto gains every year, you can defer taxes till you retire using an iTrust IRA. Or with an iTrust Roth IRA, you can withdraw tax-free at retirement because you're in this for the long haul. Start investing today at iTrustCapital.com.
As a lifestyle guard, I help people live their best day in the sun. That means keeping the games going. Coming to the rescue when the floaty is too floppy. And delivering high noon when the cooler's empty.
Oh, do you have any peach?
High noon. Sun's up.
Welcome back to the Trojan Tailgate Show, presented by YETI. Trojans out there warming up. They've got the cool camo tops on. This is the Salute to Service game today. So the Los Angeles firefighters will be leading the team out of the tunnel, which is pretty cool. Obviously, we know what happened with the fires in this city, and so great to honor those guys who fought bravely to keep it going here in Los Angeles in some really dark times. So thank you to them. Looking forward to seeing them lead the Trojans out on the field. Let's take some time now for our Cardinal and Gold report.
It's time for the Cardinal and Gold report.
The Cardinal and Gold report.
Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC football.
All right, guys, it's time for some playoff talk. And you know what? It's just exciting that we're a part of it. It has not been the case every year. USC has never made the college football playoff under any of its constructions. So I'm looking forward to maybe making a run here and being a part of this thing. But it's going to be tough. The Trojans probably have to win out to do it. So let's sort of go through it. 12 teams make the playoffs. Kind of complicated. The best team from the top 5 conferences get in. We'll get in. That might come into play this year as ACC's not looking so good. But who are your guys' locks? Who's definitely in this thing?
You're the college football playoff expert. Let's hear it.
Oh, why am I the college?
I've been waiting to hear this all morning. I'll go first. I got Ohio State as a lock.
Yeah,
I got
no doubt.
Indiana as a lock.
No doubt.
I have Alabama as a lock as well. I had Texas A&M as a lock, but due to some recent news that we just got from South Carolina and how that game's
they're
going,
down 30-10 right
I'm
now.
going to drop them to the next level.
They still probably are looking really, really good. I mean, this would be their first loss.
Yeah.
Then they could probably lose again, and they're still sitting pretty. And then, honestly, even again, they'd be in the mix. So.
I think though, with that is how you lose, and the time of your loss obviously matters.
Yep.
Now, that's why I don't have them as a lock. You could argue they're right on the borderline, but I'm going to take them out. So Ohio State, Indiana, Alabama are my locks right now.
Any other locks, guys?
I don't know. The SEC is crazy because there's a ton of one-loss teams, and 2-loss teams.
Yeah.
So one more loss can take a team that's a quote-unquote lock to now you're on the bubble. Now you need help. So that's why I don't know. I think
what about
those are
Texas
only
Tech? I think Texas Tech's in a pretty great spot here. I mean, they're looking very likely to win their league. They only have one loss. They could lose again and still be fine.
Does a 2-loss non-conference champ? If Texas Tech loses in the Big 12 championship.
As their third loss or their second?
Their second loss. Is that enough to get in?
Probably
if there's a ton of 2-loss SEC teams, they're putting Texas Tech in?
I'm not trying to jump ahead, but I have them in the next category. I have them at comfortable. I don't have them at lock. I have them at comfortable.
Yeah, I got them on bubble. I got Texas Tech on bubble. I think they have to win their conference championship to get in because of how many 2-loss SEC and Big Ten teams are that they're going to be. Like if USC were to find a way to win out, they don't play in the conference championship.
No.
They're getting in over Texas Tech if they lose the conference
Unless Michigan
championship.
beats Ohio State, then USC would play.
Cody, you were really excited about Alabama. Why don't you share that excitement once again? Because I feel like you guys were getting into it during the break. We saw you guys
to stir the pot.
Yeah, the Alabama.
I think
was
Alabama.
strong.
You could make an argument that Alabama's the best team in football right now. I know some of their
Are
wins
you making
haven't
that
been
argument?
great.
No, put
tough.
your name on it.
This is all hypotheticals though, because we're doing ifs, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
We're not going to see Indiana or Ohio State play Alabama, so you're always going to have that what if factor. But I really believe Alabama with the ball and how they're playing right now. Ty Simpson, I like him a lot too.
If Texas A&M loses today, who's going to the SEC championship?
I don't know. There's a lot of one-loss teams.
Georgia's still very
Georgia's
much in
one
it.
loss.
Ole Miss is
Bama
still
Ole
in it.
Miss.
Yeah. You know, the thing for USC is if they win today, next week is the playoff game. I was on somebody else's show and basically said, I mean, you know, you don't want to take UCLA for granted, but I feel good that if USC beats Oregon, they're going to come back here and beat UCLA. And then we're in, Sean. I mean, you know, now winning at Oregon is a tough playoff game, but that is a playoff game next week if we handle business today.
Yeah, I mean, these two games here.
Today's a playoff game.
We knew that.
I guess you could start now.
We knew, you know, you circled the schedule early on in the season. You knew going to Autzen was going to be a tough deal, but I don't think we forecasted how good I think Iowa was going to be playing this year. And here they are, a 6-3 team. And, you know, the question to me about today is how hungry is Iowa after last week's loss? That's a heartbreaker for them. That kind of knocks them out of the playoff talk. So, I mean, that's got to be a tough one for them to take.
What happens here? I want to ask you guys. What happens if I don't want to flash over back to 2022, but say we win out. We win all 3 of these games. Michigan does beat Ohio State, and then we win the tiebreaker to go to the Big Ten championship against Indiana, and then we lose that game.
You're out.
You think we're out? Just because we have to play an extra game?
And because there's too many 1- and 2-loss teams.
Man, so that goes back to, remember 2022, they were in until they lost to Utah.
And the team that's gained the
Pac-12
system in a lot of ways who's comfortable for me is Notre Dame.
Which is why Notre Dame needs to be in a conference.
They're crushing Pitt today. Notre Dame, I think they're comfortably in. Ole Miss, by not making the SEC title, is going to be in a very comfortable spot right now. BYU's in a comfortable spot. A lot of these teams are going to fill out the field. The one thing that's funky this year is the ACC is so bad that they could potentially not send anyone. They still likely will send their champ, but it's not guaranteed. People think that it's guaranteed. It's not. They could actually be behind like a South Florida, but South Florida's losing today to Navy, so maybe not, but it's possible.
There will be at least 2 2-loss teams that get screwed out of a playoff spot that could make an argument that they should be in.
I know people aren't big fans of all this and everything, but I love it, man. I love these conversations. I think 12-man playoff is awesome, or 12-team playoff.
All right, let's get to Name That Trojan.
Ontario International Airport, a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans, is thrilled to bring you that moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to Name That Trojan.
All right, you know the rules. You get 3 clues, 1 at a time. Jump in when you're ready, Sean. It's not Justin Fargas. Okay, clue number 1. Is 6. Oh, he played in the game though. 6 catches for 81 yards versus Iowa, the Orange Bowl. Incorrect.
You're out.
6 catches for 81 yards for Iowa in the Orange Bowl. So I should know this, right?
Well, I mean, he's clearly your teammate, but that's okay.
Okay.
You had a lot of teammates.
I have one in my head. I'm not going to throw it out.
Okay, clue 2. Came back to coach at USC after his NFL career.
Probably should have waited for
Kerry
that
Colbert.
Yeah,
no? That is correct. That is correct.
Bam, bam, bam.
I thought I was trying to trick it because Mike Williams did the same thing.
Yeah, I was kind of going back and forth on those 2, and then I made the correct decision because I'm so smart at
you would have got me with Mike. I would have said Mike.
I wanted you to know that the third
Did
clue.
you say an answer already?
Yeah.
Oh,
you said
know my style.
He said Steve Smith.
You know my style.
Yeah.
I think you're muted on my. I can't hear you.
Did you mute me?
The third clue was Sean's locker mate.
Yeah, because I was 84 and he was 83.
Hey,
why are these questions so Sean-based?
You know why?
I knew we wouldn't get there.
The big guy hasn't got a win.
We're going to get to that.
Wait a second.
We're going to get to that.
Who's winning trivia? Is there a trivia?
That was a charity,
Producer Gia, I see you back there. Producer Gia, who's winning trivia this year?
Gia
I guarantee I'm leading in trivia. You guys
Producer
might
Gia says, Jordan, talk about women's basketball. I'm going tonight from here to women's basketball right down the road. They're at Crypto. But this is just, they are just putting together a dream team, guys. By the way, this week they signed the number 1 player in the country again, Sanaya Hall. They signed a top international player in Satea Fagan from Australia. They are just building and building and building, but they're great again this year. Number 8 in the country, Jazzy Davidson, a game winner against NC State the other day. Kenny Smith, best defensive player in the country. I don't think you need me to tell you to watch USC women's basketball this season. Stick with us, though. We got more Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
Rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, where you can be an impact player, a clutch hitter, or a wild card. No matter what your game is, the excitement and relaxation you're looking for is here. So get back to the fun and play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. It doesn't just have great bones. It was the backbone of your community. So you breathe in new life, grinding away to make space for tomorrow, for your people. This isn't just a restoration. It's a revival. Because you're always willing to double down on your neighborhood. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and there's no place I'd rather be. I'm 1,000 miles from nowhere, and time don't matter to me.
Hey Trojan fans, this is Coach Lincoln Riley. I'm encouraging you to customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today. Show your Trojan pride with every purchase. You live like a Trojan, so why not pay like one too? Go to wellsfargo.com/Trojans to get in the game. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics and Trojans everywhere. Wells Fargo, helping you to pay like a true Trojan. Fight on.
You're looking live at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. It's the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. Look at those hardy souls out there in their ponchos, and they are planted in their seats all ready to go. You know, it may not ultimately be a big crowd today, but I think it's going to be a lit crowd. When the guy, if you're going to show up to a game like this, you don't sit there quietly.
Shirt off.
Yeah,
oh, that's what you mean by lit.
That's what I mean, yes.
Okay.
Student section is going to be going, they're going to be like animals today, Sua. Animals.
I'm just proud of Jordan for using the word lit in
well,
this
now
context.
I feel like it's old, actually. Gia's behind being like, a few years too late. She literally said that in my ear. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
I thought it was a little crazy.
You will not hear 6-7 jokes from me, at least.
Nobody knows what it means.
I'm not doing that.
This game's gonna be
I hear enough of that at the home.
Did you see the hands?
I saw the hands.
All right, let's get into the X's and O's of this one, guys. When USC has the football, what's your eye on, Sean?
I expect them to run their stuff, man. I think USC has been in a couple, rain games this year already. We've seen it. Obviously, I think the little trick plays we learned in Notre Dame might not work that great in this kind of weather.
That one you're saying?
I think we learned that. But I think they're going to run their stuff. We talked to Lincoln Riley. It's about what we do and how we attack. So they're confident in what they do, and I think you expect to see their offense run what their offense runs.
Keep the SoCal theme going. Take a page out of Corona Centennial's book and just RPO these boys to death. It's that simple. You need 3 plays: inside zone, slant, and quarterback keep. And until they learn how to stop that, just run it. Just give them what they take.
Yeah, I'm with Sean. I wrote down play calling. I know. I think the weather is going to be more of a factor than what we've talked about. I think the rain obviously is going to continue throughout the game. I'm curious to see if Lincoln Riley comes out and plays a little more conservative, or we play our style of offense and be more aggressive. And I expect us to be aggressive. Just how aggressive is Riley going to be?
Yeah, I'm curious if we can stay balanced because that has been what's been so exceptional about this offense. And, maybe we'll get into this a little bit more next week. But it's funny to me that this offense is probably his best here at USC because I feel like, with Caleb and some of the other pieces, Jordan Addison, it felt like we were a little bit more star-studded in some of the past years. But this one, when you just start looking at the stats, is just really elite. 300 yards passing, 200 yards rushing. But can you do that today? Are the field conditions, the way Iowa plays, are you going to be able to do that? I can already see, the field get chewed up a little bit just during warm-ups. So it looks pretty from up here, as Keeley said, but it's probably not going to play that way. When Iowa has the football, Sean, are you going to expect 5 wides, electric, NFL-style football?
You won't see much of that today. You're going to see some physical ground and pound here. This is going to be, I think you're going to have to get physical with this offense. They're going to want to run the ball with their running back, with their quarterback. You're going to see Gronowski. He kind of reminds me of Riley Leonard a little bit when they run those designed runs. Big physical guy. He's not going to make you miss, but he's going to come right at you downhill, and he's going to try to hurt you. So I think the physicality has to be a big portion of what the Trojans do defensively today.
If you grew up watching me and Cody play, then you know those battles against Stanford is exactly what you're getting ready to see. It's going to be a very physical matchup. USC, crowd that box, should be a 5-2 look. You don't necessarily have to go man. I would love to see press cover 3 corners, keep these boys in zones, and just rely on your DBs to be okay by themselves.
Yeah, same thing. I'm watching this front 7, but more specifically, who's going to be that front 7? Is it 4-2-5? Is it 4-3? Is it 5-2? What are going to be the guys out there that Danton Lynn trusts to load the box and be physical in this football game? If we can't stop the run, I think we will, but if we can, it's going to be a long game, so we've got to have some guys in there that are ready to be physical.
I'm watching for QB run because I do think that the Trojans will be loaded up for the run. I mean, I don't think that it takes a genius to figure out what Iowa wants to do, but So their wrinkles are that, right? Their wrinkles are using Gronowski as a runner. Obviously, he's been hugely effective in the red zone given the number of rushing touchdowns that he has this season. And then always watch out for that tight end at Iowa. They have had some great tight ends here. Last week they had nothing going against Oregon, and the big play came to a tight end.
DJ Vanami is his name.
Yeah,
freshman, 6'4". He's a good player.
They finally hit him over the middle deep. He got behind the safeties, and that kind of opened up that game. When Iowa needed a drive, they did find one against Oregon. They actually, ultimately didn't get the stop that they needed to win that game. But Iowa was in position to beat Oregon last week. All right, we're getting close here, guys. We're getting down to it. Lincoln Riley is next. It's the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive. The next chapter of Audi is here. The fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron.
Hey man, do you have a non-alcoholic beer that
actually tastes good? I think you mean athletic.
Excuse me? Do you have that great non-alcoholic beer?
I'll set it.
I'm good.
Do you have a favorite non-alcoholic beer on the menu?
Athletic it is.
She's funny.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least consulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
What if you could use retirement accounts to invest in crypto? With iTrust Capital, you can. iTrust Capital allows you to invest in your favorite crypto assets 24/7 with the tax benefits of an IRA. So instead of paying taxes on your crypto gains every year, you can defer taxes till you retire using an iTrust IRA. Or with an iTrust Roth IRA, you can withdraw tax-free at retirement because you're in this for the long haul. Start investing today at itrustcapital.com.
We are live in the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody, Sua Cravens, and Cody Kessler. They're zooming in on the mud I was talking about already on the field. That won't be the last mud patch that you see. You can see it inside the 5-yard line. It just immediately is going to get chewed up today. Should be a fun one. These jerseys won't be clean for long. Keely Orr is she's going to join us live on the field in a minute, but here she is first with the head coach of USC football, Lincoln Riley.
This is your prescription to win, brought to you by USC Pharmacy.
Proud partner of USC Athletics.
USC Pharmacy is operated by the USC Man School.
Learn more at pharmacies.usc.edu.
Coach, it's USC versus Iowa in the Coliseum. This feels like what November's football is supposed to be about.
It does, yeah. It's an exciting matchup. Obviously, two really good programs. Obviously, a lot riding on this game. Two teams that have played very well, and yeah, we're excited. We've had a great home run in terms of the games throughout the year. The atmospheres that have, I think, just kind of built up, and our team, all of us are really looking forward to being back in the Coliseum and having such a great matchup.
Now, I never anticipated asking you this for a home game, but how do you anticipate weather impacting this game?
Yeah, you never know, right? We've played in some conditions, obviously, already this year. You've got to be able to adapt. You obviously don't normally have that here, but that's part of it. Both teams have got to play in it. We'll have to do a good job of adapting, a good job of handling the football, seeing what the field conditions are like, and it'll just be another challenge that the team that handles that the best will obviously have a big advantage in this game.
In terms of Iowa's defense, what do you see on film that makes them so elite?
Yeah, they're just consistent. They've, I think, through the years,
they've built up a system that they have a lot of belief in. Obviously, coordinator and the staff have been there for a long, long time. They've recruited players for years and years to fit that. And they don't change a lot, and I think that consistency has helped them gain confidence throughout the years. And, their players don't make a whole lot of mistakes on tape. And they've got some really good, talented players that obviously understand their system very well.
When an offense tends to eat up clock like their offense does, how much does that impact the game and making every possession so important?
Yeah, you certainly have to understand game flow. We've had several teams this year that have tried to do that against us, and so I don't know that it's anything new that we haven't faced, but you have to be ready. And I think there's importance on all sides. Obviously, defensively, doing a really good job on first and second down and trying to get them in some of those long yardage situations to shorten their ability to run clock. And then, offensively, we've got to take advantage of the opportunities that we do get. And then certainly you always think about, I think in games like that where it may get condensed down more, the value of special teams. And we'll have to do a really good job there as well.
All righty, Coach. Thanks for your time and good luck on Saturday.
Thanks, Keely.
All right, thanks to Coach and Keely. There's a live shot of Coach out there enjoying the weather. And let's get Keely enjoying the weather here. It's our high noon game day report. Keely, you're down on the field.
Hello, guys. I have an interesting injury update, personnel update. There's multiple categories of updates I got to give you guys. So first off, we expect this game to be run heavy given the, we're guessing, given the weather. And I can say that Wayman Jordan has been listed as questionable for the game. Now, I haven't seen him out here yet. Harry Dalton Jr. had a boot on his foot this week in practice, but he is practicing. He was also listed as questionable, so something to look for there. Jean-Ray Reed was listed as questionable. It looked pretty bad last week, but he's actually warming up with second-team quarterback, Hassan Longstreet. Now, speaking of Sam Heward, I would just look out for the number 0. That's all I will say. Both Sams are looking in a different number today. I will say that on the roster. So just a little some trickeration. And then here's the thing, too. The running back room, obviously, as we know, has gotten just hurt depth-wise. USC, according to its roster, apparently moved a true freshman quarterback from the quarterback room, James Johnson, to now running back, and he is roaming up with the running back. So a convoluted update for you guys, but they're trying to add depth into the running back room.
A lot to that. I've been looking for Waymo ever since you mentioned it. He should be out there if he was out there, and I don't.
We're just pulling the
him.
Houston Texans with Joe Mixon. We're just dangling.
Maybe next week is. And I had always sort of thought about Oregon for Waymo's return, but you still don't see him out there, right, Keely?
I still don't see him, no. And the full team is pretty much out here, and it's going to be one of those things where as we're wrapping up this segment, the actual entire team is going to come out here. But here's the thing, too. I wonder with, the whole Brian Jackson situation, is it better to just put Wayman questionable and have him as a backup if needed, just in case? I don't know, because we talked about how this is a playoff game. This is what you do in a playoff game. You put everyone who could be available on the roster.
Yeah, and I do, I think it's a positive sign that he might return this season and certainly be a part of it. Obviously, King Miller, I would expect to be the lead back today. He has been phenomenal for the Trojans. Otherwise, so if John Ray Reed's warming up with Longstreet, you expect Killian O'Connor to start at center today?
Yes, he was warming up with Jaden Mayava.
All right, so that would be news there as well, because Killian got hurt in that Illinois game, and he played, one snap last week in an emergency situation, but otherwise it's been John Ray. So a change potentially there. The offensive line getting healthier as the season goes on is a good sign for the Trojans and much needed today. How about field conditions, Keely? I mean, it looks pretty muddy already.
Yeah, it's getting pretty wet. The thing about this rain is, it's not raining hard, and here's Gavin Morris saying hi to me. Hello, Gavin. It's not raining hard necessarily. It's just raining consistently. And I feel like we don't really see that in California. It's just a constant stream of water coming down. So if you compare my jacket from the first segment I was in to
Your
now.
$700 jacket?
Okay, people. It's called a write-off.
Keely.
Okay?
Keely, what about your...
Oh, I hear you, Keely. Wink, wink.
Keely.
Everything's a write-off during football season. Wink,
I will
wink.
send this clip to the IRS. Thank you.
What about a footwear? What about your footwear for today? Can we get a tag in on those?
Rain boots.
Okay, rain boots.
Yeah,
there you
Amazon.
go.
Shouts to Amazon. It was ready, and I'm ready. Jordan, I don't know about you.
I don't have anything. You turn around. Do you see that guy in the silly gold poncho? That's what I've got.
I love
That's
that.
What should I wear that? I don't think it's cool enough, though. You look great.
No.
I don't think it's fashionable enough.
I don't know how much this is going to hold up. I think the plastic is needed at this point.
Hey, I will say, though, a weather update kind of. I'm watching the quarterbacks warm up. Jaden Maiyava and both Hassan Longstreet are dropping dimes in the rain right now, so that's got to make you feel good. They're throwing some hitches really well. Now they're throwing some inside fades. That one is a little behind, but it's a little back shoulder.
The fur on that hood is for, like, snow and wind. It's not for rain.
Back to the hood.
That's not for. That's not a rain device. That's actually a sponge now.
Mike Williams already made fun of me for this, so I've got it. I know, and he was like, "What are you going to do for Oregon?" So I don't know.
Keely, did you park the G63 outside the peristyle, or?
It's a write-off.
No, it's not. I think Gia told us to go to break, Jordan.
Yeah, I'm sure she did. We'll do just that. We got one more segment to come of the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI.
Intensity doesn't ask for permission. In the fit, it's presence. On the turf, it's power. In the gym, that's discipline. In the shadows, under pressure, off the clock. There's no on or off. It's just who I am.
All right, team, listen up. There's a national blood shortage. Big Ten schools, how do we get students, fans, alumni to donate? Hit me. Give them merch. Not quite like that. Who can beat it? Chance of the President's Suite? Classy. Campus concert. Keep the ideas coming, team. Don't let your school get one up. Save lives and help win your school $1 million. Hey, whose hand is that?
Being the best takes hard work. It takes early mornings, planning, precision, sweat, sacrifice, and teamwork. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in their game. Old Dominion Freight Line, helping the world keep promises.
One final segment of the Trojan Tailgate Show presented by YETI. There's my poncho people.
All those guys
Raven,
had the same mustache.
The Rain, Jordan Moore, Sean, Cody, Kessler, Sua Cravens, Keely Yor.
You see the 2-1 on the back.
Rick Cutler, Ben Conroy, Gia Lares, Pete Arbogast behind me. We're all having fun here today at the Coliseum. Get you set for USC versus Iowa. It is homecoming. Producer Gia's been on camera all show. She loves it. Here come the Trojans taking the field. USC has the full squad out there now, and the guys, I think they look fired up. I think they're going to enjoy the weather, enjoy the rain today. They don't get to do this very often, especially in front of their home fans. They're going to embrace it. So, should be a fun, spirited game out there. Iowa. This is just another day in the life of an Iowa football player. All right, let's get now to our best in the game picks.
The best in the game
is brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line,
official freight carrier of USC Athletics,
helping the world keep promises.
Oh, last week we had some shenanigans. Shenanigans were had. So many shenanigans, but democracy prevailed, and that's what's important. Let's break it down here. We had a lot of good choices last week. Everyone made good choices, but then one person decided to put their thumb on the scale.
All I did was tell people to support the show. Democracy did not speak for us.
No,
the Electoral College spoke for us.
Now, if you were supporting the show, you would have just said, hey, guys, make sure you go vote.
Yeah,
Instead,
right.
you said, if
Yeah.
you vote
Hold
King
on.
Miller,
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I will follow you back.
In what world do I need to abide by Cody Kessler's ideologies of speech?
You don't.
Okay.
You don't, but don't say you're supporting the show.
I'm
you're
supporting the
Sua
show
Cravens
because
on
those
the
that
show.
are unaware, they would have saw that tweet and said, "Wow, who's voting for King Miller? Where would I vote? What is he talking about? Oh, let me click."
How many of those poor people did you actually follow back? You can't even
All of
see
them.
who votes.
I voted. I said I need proof, and everybody that quote tweeted and said, "Here's my proof. Where's my follow back?" I'm following, and I regret the decision because I'm seeing stuff I don't want to see now.
Yeah, good. That's called karma.
That's not called karma.
In action. Karma in
I
action.
tuned into his post-game show, and it was basically just him laying out the
Speechify.
reason for why his player. He didn't barely talk about the game. He just talked about how his players should have been voted for.
There was a ton of questions about King Miller this and King Miller that, and I just was giving the people what they wanted. I'm sorry, Jason was short-winded, and I had a ton of King Miller questions.
Well, Makai Lemon won and gave me point number 2. Let's get that leaderboard up. I'm creeping up on Sua. Cody and Keely are on the board, and my eyesight's not very good. Is that 8 next to you, Sean? Oh, no, that's a 0. That's a 0.
Big old
next
Oregon
to,
goose egg
next
right
to
there.
Sean's name there. Well, let's get to this week, baby. This is your week.
Okay. I'm not going to say anything. We just talked about the biggest play of the year coming from Jaden Mayava. He was my player, and he didn't even get a vote.
Hey,
All
I
right,
will
whatever.
say-
Go ahead. Let's go to the segment. Just go.
No,
Let's
that's
go.
a good
Let's go to the
point
pick.
by Sean. I thought you were robbed because
Listen,
not only did he
democracy
have a big game,
prevailed.
he had a forced
The
fumble.
fans
Jordan,
voted
the
for
social media
Makai.
expert, knows. I'm sure he doesn't know the algorithm. Go ahead, Jordan.
Keely, what do you got this week?
Hi, I didn't know we were even going to go to me at this point.
Oh, you lost the first!
It's dead.
She gave in.
Oh, that's how baller she
Incredible.
is. She can detach the foxtail.
That's what you pay for, Sua. That's what you pay for. Also, the Iowa players are warming up looking at me like I'm crazy because if you don't know, I'm looking like 100 yards to the camera over there. So
Yeah.
I just look crazy to these people. I just had to say that. I picked late, so I had to go with a wild card. I went with the freshman, Jakeem Stewart. I think he might have a breakout game.
like
you know, you got to be unique.
The
But
fix
I mean,
is in.
Oh, Sua, I don't even want to hear it.
You've been at practice all week. I wonder.
Hear it, Sua. No.
Cody Kessler, what you got?
I'm going with Eric Gentry. It's time for 18 to have a big game. I expect him to play on Sundays. If you want to do it, this is a game that scouts are going to watch. How did 18 play against Iowa? I expect maybe 12-plus tackles, a couple tackles for loss, maybe even a forced fumble in this weather. I think Gentry's going to have a big day.
Yeah, I think if a defensive player is going to win it, forced fumble is going to have to be next to their name
Good
today.
point.
Sue, what you got?
I'm going Jacoby because nobody else went receiver, so or quarterback. So I'm in great shape.
You are in good shape. Jacoby Lane, and you still had him late in the season. This is how the game's played. The guy's got 3 points and still hasn't used Jacoby Lane. I mean,
doing
you know,
good.
hats off to him.
He's doing really good. But I'm going to pick an offensive lineman. I'm going to pick an offensive lineman today. I'm going to go with Elijah Page. I'm looking for him. I'm for him to light up the stat board today at left tackle, going against Max Llewellyn and Ethan Hurkey.
Are you waving the white flag right now, Sean?
What would have to happen for Elijah to win the fan vote today?
I'm as dead as Keely's chinchilla. So I'm gonna put an offensive lineman out there.
Tackle eligible touchdown.
Let's go. I
Elijah
like
Page. I like it. I just ended up with the obvious choice, guys. It's a running game. Let's go with King Miller.
Yeah.
Cody, you said at the top, this has to be a King Miller game.
is.
Great. Cool. We're on the same page. We can just call it now. King Miller, player of the game. Tie me up with Sua. It's all to play for the rest of the way. Hey, this is a fun show. This is going to be a fun game. I cannot wait for it. I got to head down there with Keely. I'll join you on the sideline next. It's USC versus Iowa. It's homecoming on the USC Trojans Media Network.
What's up, Trojan family? It's George Jerry here. Welcome to Joint Forces Day. Fight on.
Hey, Trojan fans. It's Braylon Shelby, and I want to welcome you to Joint Forces Day.
Trojan family, this is Braylon Conley. Welcome to Joint Forces Day.
Trojan fans, this is Elijah Page. Welcome to Joint Forces Day. Joint Forces Day at the United Airlines Field at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum for today's matchup featuring the visiting Iowa Hawkeyes and the home team, your University of Southern California Trojans, home of 138 national championships. We hope you enjoy the entire game day experience this afternoon, and we remind you to please follow the Trojan Spirit Code by showing respect for all fans in attendance. Thank you and fight on. USC has assigned a high priority to assuring all athletic events are conducted in a safe and enjoyable atmosphere. In compliance with the Trojan Spirit Code, please respect all fans in attendance. For immediate assistance during the game, please speak with the closest usher or security personnel. To report any incidents of fan misconduct, please call the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum Fan Behavior Hotline. That number is 213-263-4007. Or you can text Coliseum with your seat location and a description of the situation to 213-263-4007. Again, that number is 213-263-4007. We do thank you for your cooperation and hope you enjoy the game. Fans, be sure to sign into the USC network. Fight on for faster service. Fans, snap a selfie and tag it with hashtag USC Selfie. You just might see yourself up on the video board during today's game. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at USC_athletics. And now let's take it down to our DJ booth as it's time to feed the beast with Monster Energy and DJ Molsky.
What's up, family? I'm right here under the tent in my DJ booth, Monster Energy DJ booth. That is right here. We are surviving this rain, but I tell you what, the rain is beginning today because here's what it is. We're going to get the win today, Trojan family. I need some noise if you're ready to get the win, Trojan family. Let me hear you. That's right. That's right. So we're bringing it. We're bringing it loud and proud. We need you all game long, all right? You're going to see some things on the board, QR codes. Feel free. Scan them. Be a part of it. And let's get this win today, all right? Real loud. If you're a real Trojan fan who made it through the weather, I need you to shout, "Fight on!" That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it. All right, family, here it is. It's time for the Coca-Cola selfie cam. Scan the QR code, and you just might find yourself on this board.
Grind like that, to shine like this, in a matter of time I spent on some locked up in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she try and bless me like I said I do. Like a sneeze, please for them triple squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them get in between of what we started. Look. But I'm lying hearted, they love me when I was stuck in their head. And when I departed, I go and get it, regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, I'm crawling, we're straight to walking the forest. In my garage is a foreign menage. And sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did it for Mariah. Love, I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey in Philly. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey, to rest in peace. Hey, to rest in peace, rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about right, then what you talking about? Gangsta moving silent, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word, was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Hold up, wait a minute, y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was winning? Flexing on him, someone pop out on this finish, double licky, that's my team rotating, captain on lieutenant on the top cat, and me captain grind like I'm broke. That lamb on my new, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my head on my toes, cause these boys be here, and I gotta make it back home, cause my mama need that bill money, my son needs some milk. These try to take my life, they grind get killed. shorty give me till I pass out. I swear to God, all I do is cash out. And if you ain't up, get up on my tripod. I've been selling just like a fifth grade. Really never made no difference what the made. Judge, I told me to film how to maintain. Get that money back and spend it on the same thing. Shorty like the way that I ball out, fall out. I be getting money till I fall out. You told me cash, door I goes all out. Shorty love the way that I floss out.
I'm Keely Orr here with head coach Lincoln Riley. Coach, today's matchup features one of the best offenses in the nation against a top defense. What will it take to get a win today?
Yeah, we got to play team football. The guys have got to play really physical. We know it's going to be a great challenge, but this is what games should be like this time of year.
It seems like your team's fired up by the elements today. What's their mindset heading into the game?
Yeah, I mean, football's great in the rain. I mean, this is what you grew up loving to do. So it's going to be an awesome day in the Coliseum. Our guys embrace it. Can't wait to play.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Easy
Members of the Trojan family, presenting the Spirit of Troy, the University of Southern California Trojan Marching Band. Band, beat the Hawkeyes! With drum major Zach Eggleton, twirlers Michelle Johnson, Grace and Noel Hardy, and the SC Silks. Featuring the world-famous USC song and spirit leaders, here is our double platinum hit with Fleetwood Mac, Tusk. To honor our great nation and those serving in the armed forces, will you please rise and remove your caps for the presentation of the colors by the University of Southern California ROTC Color Guards. Joining the color guard on the field is a representative of the SoCal Pipe Trades, CPMCA, and IBEW NECA of LA County, proud supporters of USC athletics and our military veterans. Today we honor this week's Student Veteran of the Game, a naval aviation structural mechanic who has served aboard the aircraft carrier USS Carl Vinson. She is currently pursuing a business administration degree from the USC Marshall School of Business. Please join us in welcoming Selena Villafranco as our Student Veteran of the Game and thanking her for her service. Please remain standing and join in singing as the Trojan Marching Band, under the direction of Dr. Jacob Vogel, plays our national anthem. And now, collegiate football's greatest battle cry, Conquest. The Spirit of Troy, the University of Southern California Trojan Marching Band.
Trojan fans, here are today's Audi keys to the game.
All right, real Trojan fans out here today. If you're ready to get the win, let me hear some noise right now. I see you up there. Dance moves, dance moves. Let's go. I see you, bro. What's up? Oh, get it, get it. He got the hat on too. Okay, okay. Here we go. Ah. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, today's the first day of the best days of my life. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Yeah, today.
And now, please turn your attention to the tunnel and your tunnel captains for today's game. Firefighters from Pacific Palisades Firehouse 69, led by Captain Eric Nakamura.
All right, Trojan fans, let's get on your feet. Welcome our team to victory today. Fight on. They're coming on in 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1.
Look at these diamonds, they want